One word, two sports, billions of fans fighting over a name that started as a joke. This is the real story behind football versus soccer. No matter where you are in the world, if you say the word football, someone somewhere is ready to fight you. In America, football means helmets, shoulder pads, touchdowns, Super Bowl Sunday, wings, nachos, tailgates, the whole cultural vibe. But outside the U.S., football means one thing: the beautiful game, the world's biggest sport, billions of fans, generations of legends, a single global language. So whenever these two worlds collide, we get memes, arguments, and sometimes full-on culture shock. But why does the U.S. insist on calling the NFL football? Why does the world insist it's wrong? And how did the word soccer become controversial? Today, we're going deeper than anyone has ever gone. Beyond jokes, beyond stereotypes, beyond memes, into the real history, the real culture, and the real misunderstandings behind this global identity battle. Let's jump in. If you ask someone from Europe, Africa, Asia, or South America why Americans call the NFL football, you'll hear things like, "Americans just want to be different. They changed the name for no reason. They don't even use their feet." And those jokes are funny, but they aren't true. Because the original meaning of the term football had nothing to do with using your feet. Back in the 1800s, football games were simply games played on foot, not on horseback. There were many variations: carrying, kicking, running, dribbling, tackling, all mixed into different rule sets. Two of these sports eventually became the ones we know today: association football, later called soccer; rugby football, later evolved into American football. Both were called football. So when people say, "Why is the NFL called football if they use hands?" the answer is simple: because football originally meant a field sport played on foot, not a sport played with feet. The world changed the meaning later. America didn't. Here's the twist almost nobody knows: Americans did not invent the word soccer. The British did. In the late 1800s, British universities used slang for sports: rugby football, rugger association football. ASOC later turned into soccer. So the same countries that now say, "Stop calling it soccer," actually created the word themselves. Americans simply adopted the British word soccer at a time when both names were widely used in England. Eventually, the UK dropped soccer. The US kept it. The rest of the world followed the UK. And that's how one word changed the map of sports terminology forever. Now let's talk culture. The real reason this debate never dies. In the US, the NFL isn't just a sport. It's an event, a tradition, a ritual. Families grow up watching it. Cities live and breathe their teams. High school football on Friday, college football on Saturday, NFL on Sunday. It's America's heartbeat. So when someone online says, "Change the name, call it hand egg or something," Americans react like, "Bro, that's like telling us to rename the 4th of July." The name football is tied to identity, culture, nostalgia, national traditions, billions of dollars of branding over a century of history. Changing the name would be like changing the identity of the sport itself. It's not going to happen. On the other side, you have the world defending the name football just as passionately, and for good reason. Soccer is not just a sport. It's a global culture, a religion for some, an emotional experience shared across continents. Billions of people play it, watch it, live it. So when Americans call another sport football, Many global fans see it like, you took our name and used it for a different game? Even though the reality is, nobody took anything. Both sports inherited the name from older rules. But perception matters. And globally, football means one thing: the beautiful game. That's why many people defend the word emotionally, not logically. If this debate stayed offline, it might have died decades ago. But then, the internet happened. Now you have Europeans posting memes about armored rugby, Americans posting memes about soccer players rolling on the ground for 10 minutes, South Americans laughing at both sides, Asians confused why the arguments are so heated, Africans just waiting to see who wins the meme war, Reddit threads, TikTok stitches, Twitter fights. This debate is an eternal loop. Every time someone posts, "Why do Americans call it football?" Boom. 50,000 comments. World War III in the replies. Every time an American says, "Soccer is just running and falling." Boom. A billion fans arrive instantly with vengeance. The internet didn't just keep the debate alive, it supercharged it. Here's the part that shocks people. Both sides are correct. Historically, NFL has the right to use the name football. Soccer also has the right to claim the word football culturally. In America, football means NFL. In the rest of the world, football means soccer linguistically. Soccer is a valid English word. Football is a valid global word. There is no right or wrong. There are just two different systems growing from the same root. It's like one family tree branching into two different cultures. On the flip side, the world also won't stop calling soccer football. Why would it? It's the most popular sport on Earth. The word football belongs to global culture. Billions already use the same language. Every league and tournament is built around the word. The identity of the sport is tied to the name changing football to soccer. Worldwide would be like changing water to wet juice. It won't happen. At its core, this debate isn't about sports. It's about misunderstanding. Americans think the world doesn't understand their tradition. The world thinks Americans refuse to follow global standards. But in reality, both sides are speaking two different forms of English, with two different histories, shaped by two different cultures. It's not a war. It's just a difference in evolution. So what's the truth? What's the final verdict? Here it is. Football in America equals NFL. Football in the world equals soccer. Soccer equals a British word. America kept football equals a historical term. Both sports inherited. Neither side is wrong. Both sides are right in their own world. The name doesn't need to change. The cultures just need to understand each other. In a world where languages mix, cultures clash, and opinions fly faster than footballs, sometimes the funniest debates teach us the most. This debate shows how sports shape national identity, how language evolves, how misunderstandings become memes, how history affects modern culture, how different the world can be, yet still connected. And honestly, the confusion makes the internet more fun. If everyone agreed, we wouldn't have jokes, memes, rivalries, or the joy of arguing with strangers at 3 a.m. And where's the fun in that? If you enjoyed this deep dive into sports culture, smash that like button, subscribe, and tell me in the comments. Do you call it football or soccer, and why? Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.